Alright, so it's been a couple of days since I started my braids. I had to go and buy some more hair. What I decided was I bought the hair that I had originally bought in blonde or in 27, and bought that in number 4 when I bought the extra hair, because it definitely was a different type of hair, different texture, and so it was working up better. So just to show you how much I'm pinching off for my braids, I've done the majority of the edges, which I'm very happy about. I'm ready to get this over with. And I know the middle part is going to work up really easy since those are bigger twists. But just to show you how I do it, grab a twist out. I am not doing anything fancy in how I'm holding the hair. First, before I put it in, I do need to stretch this hair by grabbing the ends just so that they're not blunt, and yanking those to pull them out, and pull from either side to make it not blunt at the ends. One thing I can say is that my hair is very moisturized from the Cantu leave-in and the coconut oil that I use to do my twist, so I'm still very happy with that. Alright, so just hooking it around. I did not experiment with any fancy gripping. I'm just trying to get it in my head. And again, I'm saying experimenting with any fancy gripping because this is my first time doing box braids ever in life. So I kind of just wanted to get a feel for the braiding technique, for the process of getting them in my hair, and I was not trying to do anything extra. So far, I will be happy when I get all these in my hair and I can actually wear them down. But so far I'm very pleased with the braids, and I'm glad that I'm doing them. I look forward to at least wearing these for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Of course, anytime you do your own hair, you might be a lot less likely to keep them in forever because you don't really feel like you need to get your money's worth. Essentially all I paid for was the hair. At this point I bought 4, 5, 6 packs of the $3 hair and 5 packs of the $2 hair. 6 and 3 is 18. 5 and 2 is 10. So far I've spent less than $30 on hair. I don't know if I need to buy any more hair, but I mean still, like, you know, I definitely don't have to be cost conscious in this situation. So I'm not tripping if it only lasts for 3 weeks, but I'm pretty certain that it should last longer than that. I started with clean hair. It's oiled. I have access to my scalp so that if there's any itchiness or any dryness, I can get to it and oil it as needed. And the braids are loose. That's the only thing that makes me think that it's not gonna last, like, you know, like something really long, like 6 weeks, because I didn't do them tight. So there's no reason they should last like ridiculously long. But of course, because of the fact that I did not do them tight, it's not putting any tension around my edges. So if I do want to come back and tighten my edges, I shouldn't have a problem with that. Today is Wednesday, I started this whole process as far as installing the braids on Monday. And like I said, I had to wear the hair up in a bun over the last 2 days as I've kind of been working my way around. And one thing that I can say is that I have not had any bumps or irritation going around my edges, even from pulling it up. So you know, normally when you get your braids done, you're going to have tension around your edges when you first get them done. And sometimes that tension is just with them down, let alone being pulled up into buns. So I'm really happy with that, and I think that because of that reason, it shouldn't be a problem for me to freshen it up or tighten anything up as I go along. You know, as the weeks go by, if I want to, But just the same, I can just let the whole thing go if I want to too. So we'll see what happens. But that is it. You can see the frizziness around the edge of the braid. So I'm definitely going to clean that up. See, I need to borrow a little bit more. As I get towards the ends, I do a lot of borrowing because I do want to kind of braid all the way to the end, instead of having to time off or anything like that. So I want to try to braid all the way to the end and just boil the hair to try to keep it together. So I'm doing a lot of borrowing at the ends in order to keep the braid from unraveling. Alright, so I have officially finished installing my braids. It is Friday. It took way too long for me to put these in. I probably could have gotten it done if I took a day and sat there and did it, but I didn't. I took a couple hours each morning and installed some braids. So what I'm doing now is the braids are pretty long. Hopefully you can see that, but they are butt length basically. I don't think I was intending to make them that long, but that's how long they turned out, and I'm not mad at them. I still kind of like them even with them being this long. So it is what it is. But what I'm doing now is I want to kind of even out my ends. You can see I have some pieces that are like way up here and some that are way down here. So I want to even those out and trim them. Also, I want to go back through because I have some of them that seem to be unraveling a little more than others. I need to go back through each of these and kind of tighten up the ends on the ones that have unraveled, and then I want to boil the ends of the hair to keep it from unraveling any further, and just kind of finish them off. Yesterday I was at work and I kind of was pulling through them as I was sitting at my desk, and I couldn't tell if I kept going back to the same braid, like is this the same braid that keeps unraveling? I couldn't tell about sectioning my hair off into like five sections of braids, and I'm just going to take them and go through piece by piece through that small section, make sure all the braids are braided down to the end, and then I'm going to dip the ends in boiling water to seal them off and move on to the next section so that I know that everything is finished. Alright, so I have my bowl of boiling water here. I have gone through this section and kind of made sure that everything was braided down to the ends. So I am just going to take the ends and dip them in the boiling water. I'm going down kind of further down into it to get it kind of closer to where the braids are solid too. So I can make sure the whole braid is sealed towards the end, not just the ends of it. I'm swirling it around and fogging up my glasses. But I am going to let that sit. Alright, I don't really know like how long it's supposed to sit, but I mean, I would think it's pretty much sealed is almost as immediately after going into the water. So yeah, I'm going to pull that out and just squeeze the water out with a towel. And it is pretty hot. But that is it. And I am just going to repeat that same process through all of the braids. Now that I see how the ends just look, I'm just going to come through and trim. And just kind of take it off. I'm trying not to take it off bluntly, but I'm going to take it off and just see what happens. One thing I did not do before I dipped the hair, which I was thinking about doing, before I dipped the hair was I did not go through and trim the flyaways. It kind of cleans the ends up a notch. Let me show you what I mean on the flyaways. I don't know if you can see on this one, there's fuzzies like going up. They're kind of jutting out from the side of the braid. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. I did not do that before I dipped these, and these look very, very smooth. So whereas I was going to go through and trim the flyaways before I dipped it, I did not do that, and I don't think I need to now. So that looks like a victory to me. I'm going to finish up with the rest of the section. Let's do one more dip for good measure. Now that I've trimmed it, I'm going to do one more dip, just to be on the safe side. Alright, and there we go. Alright, I'm going to finish all the sections.